like a competitive sport, like who can be more thankful? Who can outthank who? Who can be more grateful? But today, let's just say no scorekeeping. Let's just say pure joy. Welcome to Walking the Path. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you in North America who are celebrating Thanksgiving, or those like me who's living outside of North America, living now outside of the United States rather, and but still celebrate Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to you all. And this whole month has been about unbecoming, letting go of the costumes, letting go of the performance, the I should be further along by now soundtrack. And I want to talk to you about that. But before I talk to you about that, I want to talk to you about rythmia. Because Rythmia Life Advancement Center is the place where I've had the great honor and privilege of working for the last 9 years. I've gotten to see thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people go through this process, which is absolutely magnificent, where people come back together to their souls. They come back to themselves, to the truth of who they were before. The truth. You've seen a kid, a 3, 4, 5-year-old kid who's just like so themselves. No, they're not, no filter, no like, what are they going to think of me? They're just like, hi, how you doing? Right? That's who we are. And when we merge back together with ourselves, that's what we get. We get that authentic truth of who we are, free from the opinions and thoughts of others, free from others' opinions and thoughts about ourselves, of our opinions and thoughts about others, and free from our opinions and thoughts about ourselves. That's real freedom. That's what happens at Rythmia. So come see us. I'd love to see you here. Now, back to unbecoming, back to walking the path. This month, we've been talking about unbecoming. And today I want to talk about the gratitude of enough. But, the idea, there's a gratitude of like, there's a sort of forced gratitude, like spiritual homework, like let me find 5 things that I can be grateful for, even when I don't feel like it, right? 5 things that I can appreciate, even though I'm stressed and tired and I'm worried. And this becomes a sort of forcing gratitude, which can be helpful. But none of that. Today, I want to talk to you about a kind of gratitude that rises naturally when we stop trying to improve ourselves long enough to realize that there's really nothing actually missing in this now moment. So today, I want to explore gratitude not as a list, but as a state of consciousness, the gratitude of enough. And this gratitude arises when we stop striving, when we soften a little bit, when we stop pushing so hard, and we return to what's real. And what we've been doing all month has been returning to what's real. And we started the month of November with the first piece was the Fix Yourself Trap. That was week 1. You guys can go back in the archives. You can go back on Instagram or Facebook and look and see, or on YouTube, and you can watch each of these little short transmissions. But the first week of November, we talked about the Fix Yourself Trap, which is the old story that says, like, once I fix myself enough, then I'll be worthy. And we saw that as a lie disguised as self-improvement. And then we explored week 2 was the ego's costume party. I really love this. All the roles, all the shoulds, all the ways the self tries to be worthy, even though worthy is already baked in, from the beginning. So all the roles that we've worn, the spiritual persona, the good child, the healer, the one who has it all together, and what it feels like when we take the mask off, even for a moment. That was week 2. Week 3, last week, we talked about the holy mess. The holy mess. We stepped into this beautiful, chaotic truth that your feelings aren't mistakes. Your feelings aren't failures. Your feelings aren't spiritual failures. I'm feeling sad. That's a spiritual failure. No, they're doorways. And we talked about how healing rarely looks like incense and chanting, right? And more often looks like a tightening chest and old stories flaring up and emotions coming in waves and wondering, is this growth or is this just freaking Tuesday? You know what I mean? The holy mess reminds us that the moment we stop tidying up our emotions and we start to feel them instead, we're actually doing sacred work. And we practiced the observe, feel, ask, heal process, which was really beautiful. Now, today, Thanksgiving Day, I want us to settle into something simple, something human, something kind, because sometimes the most profound spiritual um, yeah, that's it. Sometimes the most profound spiritual practice is the one that lets you unclench, just to be enough. So this Thanksgiving Day, I want to soften into the truth that nothing is missing. Right now, nothing is missing, and you are enough as you are. And, you know, this gratitude, so much of what we think of in gratitude is conditional. I'm grateful because things went well. I'm grateful because I got this or I got what I wanted, right? But let's talk about enough, right? Enough is not an achievement. It's not a mindset. It's not a reward that you get for doing your inner work. Enough is what we already are, always. Nobody looked in your crib, you know, and went, oh, that is such a cute baby. And they are going to be enough the minute they make their sales quota, is the minute they perform, the minute they do the right thing. No, you were enough because you were there. That's who you are. You were born enough. And enough is where we return to. It's the truth that life is already holding you, that already loving you, already saying yes. I want to share something with you that happened here in Costa Rica recently. Just the other day, I was walking on the beach, and it was such a simple insight. Maybe you've had this insight, but you know, it's those simple insights that become really profound. And I was walking on the beach and I realized I don't have to do anything for the sun to shine on me. I don't have to be a good boy for the sun to shine on me. Um, you know, I don't have to remember that, you know, I don't have to be in alignment. I don't have to be in alignment for the sun to shine on me. The ocean welcomes me whether I feel radiant or whether I'm questioning the Speedo that I wore. Right. And the wind brushes my skin, you know, whether I'm having a spiritually profound day or, you know, I'm having a, why is it like this? Why am I like this kind of day? The wind still caresses my skin. And the earth still supports me. It still provides food and nourishment and all the medicine. It feeds me. It holds me even when I'm judging myself, even when I feel behind, even when I'm caught in old stories. All these elements, fire, water, earth, air, they're supporting me no matter what. They give without me needing to earn it. The elements give to me without me needing to earn it. They accept me without conditions. They love me without performance. This is the love of God. This is divine love. And the elements are a representation, a representation of God as above, so below, as within, so without. So I can look at the basis of all of life, fire, water, air, earth, and see at the basis of all of life, I'm accepted and loved and supported without having to do anything, without having to be anything, be good or bad, whether I meditated or didn't, whether I'm in alignment or not. Fire, water, air, earth, support me, accept me just as I am. And their yes isn't mindless. It's not indulgent. It's sacred. And I realized that this is how the divine love holds us. This is how reality with the capital R holds us. Not because we did it right, not because we were, you know, perfect or impressive, but because we exist. It's unconditional. And that's the gratitude of enough. And when I feel enough, I don't create from lack or fear. I create from freedom. You know, the trees aren't growing out here in the jungle. I look out my window. There's this beautiful jungle. None of the trees or plants are growing to impress the sun, right? They're not growing to earn the sun's approval. They're growing because they can. It's an expression. It's out of the fullness they're growing, not because they need to improve or get better. I need to grow taller than that other tree. Look, that tree's bigger. I need to. They're just growing. Gratitude doesn't depend on the table. It doesn't depend on the mood. It doesn't depend on the people or the circumstances. Gratitude comes from one simple truth that nothing is missing in this moment. Nothing is missing in this moment. So, oh, I see. There's comments over here. Hey, Brenda, it was great meeting you. And Spirituality Unity. Hello from Australia. Wow, good morning from Australia. Hello from the future. And Brenda says she wants to come to Costa Rica. Come on, or Honduras. Welcome, come see us. Okay, so this is the Thanksgiving message. Today I would just love for you to stop for a moment and just pause and say, right now, nothing's missing. Just the way it is. All your feelings, all your emotions, whatever's happening, nothing's missing. Right now, I'm supported. The sun shines on me. The water, the ocean accepts me. The breeze blows on me. The earth supports me. I'm supported. Percy, hello from Chicago, the best of the Midwest. Hello. All right. So that's the talk for today. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy day of this moment being enough. Nothing's missing. Thanksgiving. Nothing's missing. It's enough, just as it is. You're enough. I'm enough. We're enough, just as we are. Thank you. Peace and richest blessings. I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.